Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to my weekly live stream. I'm still trying to figure everything out. My apologies for your ears. So this is my weekly live stream where we talk about new beauty releases. If it's a bit echoey, I apologize. There's a lot of like wooden floors in this room, so I think I'm going to have to get a little rug or something. Just to try and like dampen the noise. I never thought I would have to say that, but I do. But yeah, this is our weekly live stream where we sit down and talk about new beauty releases and we chat about what we think about them, whether we're going to be buying anything, all that jazz. And you guys can jump on in live in the comments and you can let me know what you think of all the new makeup releases. You can let me know what you think of them and all that jazz. I will do my little disclaimer right now because I know some people think that I'm very negative when it comes to new beauty releases, and that's fine. But there's a reason for it. And that is because myself, as well as my community, we all have quite large makeup collections. So we're very critical about the money that we're spending and what we're bringing into our collection. And a lot of us have been using makeup for quite a number of years. And that means that we know what we like, we know what we don't like. So we're very highly critical of what we analyze in these weekly live stream videos. So if you don't like seeing people talk bad about makeup or smack talk your favorite beauty brands, then this is probably not the place for you. If you are very sensitive about people talking about your favorite, I don't know, influencer collaboration or anything like that, probably don't watch this video because we're all very highly critical over here at the Makeup Enthusiast live streams. So yeah, with that being said, as per usual, I'm going to share my screen with you all and we're going to jump on over to Instagram and we're going to have a look at the new beauty releases. We have Felicity here this morning. Thank you, Felicity. I'm doing well, kind of. I hope you and your family are doing well as well. I'm like on this roller coaster at the moment with everything that's going on. I'm very stressed at the moment, but hopefully that calms down a little bit soon. Let me just get my little Instagram screen ready to go. So many notifications. Okay, let me. Okay. So you'll be seeing on your screen right now my Instagram. So for new beauty releases, I follow a number of different accounts. So Beauty News Official, which is Kat and Haley from Beauty News on YouTube, Trend Mood, and then I also follow Indie Makeup Spotlight, which is run by Amy Loves Makeup on YouTube. So those are the few pages that I follow. And I will say that if you are struggling at the moment with everything that's going on and you're feeling very tempted to buy things to make yourself feel better, I would probably really advise against following all these Instagram pages because you're going to be seeing lots of new stuff pop up in your Instagram feed all the time. And that's not helpful if you're trying to save money and not spend money. So if you are struggling at the moment, I would definitely advise against following these pages. But if you have gotten to a point where you can really critically analyze things and you're really good with like saying no to things, then you should be fine to follow these pages. Okay, I'm going to be scrolling down to where we left off last time. And I think this is where we're starting. So we have a collab. Oh gosh, I got my breakfast stuck in my throat. We have a collaboration between KKW Fragrance and Kris Jenner. So Kris Jenner is Kim Kardashian's mum. This is the first fragrance collaboration between the two. I always love reading the descriptions of perfumes. Opening with a playful wink, the freshness of freesia and the luxurious personality of Tagetti Mingel with a splashy apparel spritz accord, providing an effervescent feel to a tender floral heart. Just the way they describe perfumes. It's hilarious. Okay. I'm not the greatest at, like pinpointing different notes in perfumes to know whether I'm going to like it or not. But I do generally like more fruity perfumes. So I'm not quite sure. I'm the worst at like knowing what ingredients are actually in my perfume. Just give me one moment. I'm just going to mute you guys because I need to blibber news. Okay. Hopefully that's the one and only time this one. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm the worst at like knowing what's in my perfumes. Like I just kind of smell it and I'm like, oh, that's nice. And then I put it on myself. And if it smells nice after a while and it doesn't like go funky when it's mixed with my body chemistry, I'll generally like it. But in terms of actually knowing what I like and don't like, I've never actually really taken kind of a deep dive into like the ingredients in perfumes that I don't like and kind of knowing what not to buy in the future. I just smell it first. This is a woody white floral scent. So if you know about like your scent profile and any of these ingredients are ingredients that you don't like, then stay away. Oh, good morning, Kylie. It's good to see you again. Thank you for joining us today. Felicity says, I don't know if you can call it a collab if it's with your mum. You make a very good point. I thought it was a little bit, it's like every time any of the Kardashians or the Jenners collaborate with each other, like, can you really call it a collaboration if it's with your sister or your mom? Yeah, it's a bit weird. I find this little picture on the bottle a little bit weird. I don't know. For some reason, I'm just thinking biblical. I don't know why, but I just find this image a little bit weird, particularly when like it doesn't really look like either of them at all. I mean, this tall one does resemble Kim in a little way, but this one here, like when I see the image on this bottle, I don't think of Kim and Chris, like at all. It just doesn't. Anyway, I think these are only available on the KKW fragrance website. I don't think they have them in Australia. So even if I wanted to give it a whiff, I wouldn't be able to. Okay, just give me one moment. Okay. Kylie says biblical image in line with Easter release. They have very good marketing people. That's actually a really good point. I didn't even think of that. You can buy some KKW fragrances at Maya. Oh, okay. I did not know that at all. I don't remember the last time I went into a Maya, so that's good to know. Okay. Next, we have a new MAC collection. And I believe that this is only MAC Cosmetics Germany. I don't think it's coming out elsewhere. Yeah, I don't think it's coming out elsewhere. So we'll just talk about it anyway, because I actually think that this collection has like a really pretty aesthetic. Like, I think that if this came to Australia, I could potentially check it out. But mind you, if you are that way inclined, MAC Cosmetics is not cruelty-free. If you are transitioning or if you are already cruelty-free, then MAC's not cruelty-free. Oh, Carolyn has joined us. Happy Easter to you, lovely. It's good to see you. So in this collection, we have 3 lipsticks. We also have a 9-pan eyeshadow palette. There's a extra dimension skin finish. We also have a liquid last liner. We also have the In Extreme Dimension 3D mascara. And we also have the Kajal crayon and a brush by the looks of that. Okay, so let's talk about these colors. First of all, I actually really like the colors of these lipsticks. I feel like these would be colors that I would really enjoy. They're like this kind of rosy terracotta-y color. I really like these colors and I love this packaging. I think this mosaic packaging is beautiful. The 9-pan eyeshadow palette, I can take it or leave it. Like, it's very neutral. It's nothing really special in my collection. Yeah. I don't know, this eyeshadow palette, it's a bit bland. I think that if you have a really deep skin tone, that this this palette would be useless for you, like, because it's majority of the palette is quite light. So I think that this palette would be absolutely useless for you if you have a really deep skin tone. For me, it's nice, but I'm not going to go out and buy it. Then we have, what's next? How many mattes are there? Frost, matte, luster, luster, satin, matte, matte, frost, matte. So it's a fairly good split of mattes and luster, which is kind of, I would probably describe a luster as kind of like a muted shimmer. Like, in terms of payoff, it's not the most shimmery eyeshadow you've ever seen. And then we have a satin as well. So in terms of how I like my eyeshadows and my shimmers especially, like, I like quite a vibrant, bold shimmer. I don't think this palette would be for me as well. Then we have, so extra dimension skin finish in Whisper of Guilt. MAC Cosmetics are notorious for repackaging Whisper of Guilt and all their other ones over and over again. Whisper of Guilt is generally the one that they repress into a new packaging with a new design and call it something different to try and get some new sales. The design in this pan is really pretty. I'll give them that. I think it's really pretty. I think the packaging's really pretty. I don't need it though. And it's nothing new. Most people already have Whisper of Guilt in their collection, so they don't need another one. I just think MAC, when they do this, it's really lazy. I think that they could quite easily come out with a new color in these extra dimension skin finishes for these collections, but instead they just go with repackaging existing or old products. Same with the mascara, like, it's just a repackaged mascara. This black liner, I'm not quite sure if they already have stuff in their collection with this like pot style system. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what they have. I'm assuming that they already have this product and this product in their collection somewhere around the world. I think that these 3 products here are essentially just repackaged products into this mosaic design, the mosaic masterpiece packaging. Okay. And it says MAC Cosmetics Germany. So don't know if this is coming worldwide or if it's just going to be like localized collections for like MAC and like MAC in Europe or like the Middle East or anything like that. So yeah. Okay. Next we have a collection between, this is Ulta Beauty and Marvel Studios, and this is the Black Widow collection. Now, this collection reminds me a little bit of the fail collection that was between, what was it, Sephora, and I think maybe it must have been Marvel, because I think they had a Thor and a Captain America. Maybe it was Captain America, and it was an absolute fail. This one, I don't know. They've gone a little step further. They've actually got specific products for this collection. I don't know whether they've really done it the best though. So we have a eyeshadow palette which features 12 shades. We've got a face trio, okay, so I'll give them this. They've got this face trio and they've come out with a lighter version and a darker version. We also have some lip kit duos and we have 4 of them. And then we have 4 glosses. And we got 4 brushes and we also have 3 travel bags. I don't know why we need 3 travel bags in one collection, but that's that. So let's talk about these travel bags first, I think. So we have the weekender bag, the organizer bag, and the round trip bag. Cool. The design is nothing special. I don't know. Same with the brushes. We have a like angled face brush, a powder brush. Then we have these 2 eyeshadow brushes, a blender and a flat precision brush. Once again, they're nothing special. I think if you have this like drawer for this collection with the Black Widow aspect of it, I don't know, I would be a little bit disappointed with this like ombre black to white handle. I just don't think it's really that spectacular of a design. We have these lip glosses. So we have a clear with rose shimmer. We also have a beige nude, a cool pink, and a classic red. I don't know what the Ulta lip gloss formula is like. I think that if you like squeezy tube lip glosses, this would be a good one. It would just depend on what the actual applicator on this lip gloss is like, whether it's like a normal lip gloss applicator or if it's like a doe foot, if it's a brush, what it's like on the tip of this applicator here. These ones here, this bullet lipstick actually really reminds me of Chi Chi now that I look at it. They look like they might be slightly shimmery, especially this one looks to have some shimmer in it. I like that they have the duo pack, like the lip liner with the lipstick. I think that's a good design, comes with the 2. I commend them for having a light and a dark face palette, just because I know typically, especially a brand like Ulta, doesn't normally go to that extent. So I do commend them for having a light and a dark in the face palettes. Is it dark enough? Probably not, but at least the efforts are there and at least they've recognized that they need to make the effort. And then we have the eyeshadow palette. I just realized that. Oh, that's annoying. Let me switch. Whoop. I just realized that the whole time my camera wasn't using the right, my laptop wasn't using the right camera. So the eyeshadow palette is very there we go. I accidentally pressed the wrong button. Sorry. Yeah, the eyeshadow palette is very bland. I I can't really, like, you can't really see the formula on them very well. It does say it's got matte and shimmer finishes in there. We do seem to have like some reddy tones. We've got some darker tones. So it does have some deeper tones in there that you can use to like darken up a look and accentuate areas that you want. But it doesn't look the greatest in terms of the colors. And I'm imagining that it probably isn't the best formula, being Ulta Beauty. Okay, the eyeshadow palette does nothing for me. Yeah, once again, when I look at this eyeshadow palette, I don't see any colors that really jump out at me. And like the colors that do jump out, like I wouldn't wear. So I think it's a bit boring. Give me a second. Technology and I are not friends. There we go. We have you back. I keep pressing the wrong buttons and then you lose Instagram. Okay, yeah, so once again, let me repeat that. I don't see any colors in here. The one color is probably like this reddy color, and I don't really wear reds all that much. So that's that. Plus, we can't even get Ulta Beauty in Australia, so definitely a no. Okay, we have some new products from Sol de Janeiro. We have a new body oil in Carnival Queen. So this is a pink golden glow translucent. I do have some swatches. So these are the colors that they already have. So the Rio Sunset and the Copacabana Bronze are the colors they already have. Now we have this Carnival Queen color. I would really like to see this brand and brands that have like these body shimmers, like show a photo of different skin tones with it basically like swatched almost like all over their, like you could do all over their body, but like all over their décolletage and like down their arms or even on their legs, like do a before and after of how it looks on their legs with the different colors on different skin tones. I think seeing these like little kind of drippy blobs running down someone's arm, it doesn't tell us anything. Like it doesn't tell us how this pinky color is going to look blended out, for example, on my skin tone, or this like beautiful deeper colored arm. Like it doesn't show how it's actually going to look on the skin. It's just like a drip running down the arm. So it doesn't really tell us much, which is annoying. Then we have a Coco Cabana Jet Set. And this includes the Coco Cabana Cream, the Coco Cabana Body Cream Cleanser, and the Coco Cabana Hair and Body Fragrance Mist. Now, I'm just going to go out and say I don't like the scent of this one. So I prefer the Bum Bum Cream, the Boom Boom Cream, however you want to say it. I much prefer the scent of that one. And I don't like the scent of this one. To me, it's just too... It's like coconutty, but in a gross way. That's just like, I had a little sample of the cream and I didn't enjoy it. I used it, but I didn't enjoy the scent as much as I like the Boom Boom cream. So I would definitely give all this a miss because I just don't enjoy the scent. So yeah. Felicity says, I agree, these swatches are really dumb. Yeah, I just don't know what they are trying to achieve with these. Like, yeah, it looks great in the photos, but it doesn't really show us anything. It doesn't show us anything how this looks on skin tones. I agree, coconutty, but not in a good way. I'm glad you agree. It's like hard to describe. Like it definitely smells like coconut, but not in an enjoyable way. Like it's got like an like unpleasant undertone to it. Okay. Okay, we have a few new products from Charlotte Tilbury this week. So the first one is the Charlotte's Magic Serum Crystal Elixir. Okay, there's a lot about this. Charlotte has written a lot. Okay, so she has collaborated with expert scientists and globally renowned facialists to bring a groundbreaking serum for hydrated, youthful-looking skin. This is a magic matrix of ingredients expertly blended in a high-performance elixir to give your skin a magic boost. Right, let's see what's in it. So we have some vitamin C. We have groundbreaking Replexium for younger looking skin. I've never heard of Replexium before. We also have polyglutamic acid. Never heard of that one before either. And we also have hyaluronic acid in this one. So it definitely sounds like a really nice hydrating serum. Yeah, I'd never heard of some of these ingredients before, never heard of what they're designed to do, but it definitely looks like it's got a lot of hydrating ingredients packed full in it. Does that have, okay, this is launching on the 16th of April on the Charlotte Tilbury website, and it is going to be £60, which that is hella expensive for a serum. Oh my Lord, that's almost $120, probably more at the moment. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. I know there's people that absolutely love her magic cream, so I would imagine that those people are probably going to go out and buy this. So I think initially she's probably going to get a lot of sales on this, particularly from those like cult following that love the magic cream. But yeah, that is really expensive for a serum. Really expensive. It would want to be doing some amazing things for my skin, like groundbreaking things for my skin with her groundbreaking skin innovation. That's a lot of money. Carolyn says it's going to be expensive. Kylie says, I love Charlotte Tilbury, but most of her skincare is overpriced for the basic ingredients they use. Only one I think is worth the money, and it's the dry sheet mask. Felicity says her stuff is just so pricey. Carolyn says, everything I've tried from Charlotte Tilbury has been great though, nice quality, and I've enjoyed it. Felicity says, I'm always drawn to her magic cream, but I just can't justify her prices. Yeah, her prices for the magic cream are pretty expensive still. I think that a pot of that is like $70 or $80 Australian. It's still very expensive. But I know there's people that absolutely love that stuff. I've always been just like tempted to buy it just to see if it is actually as good as everyone makes it out to be. We have some new products from Kosha Beauty. Now, I think Kosha Beauty is only available in Sephora US at the moment, but I would imagine, and it's probably available in the Asian countries as well, but I'm not sure where it's stocked in those countries. But they are coming out with some new bronzing products. So we have some highlighters, some bronzers, and a lip oil for summer. So these are the Beachy Stamp blendable liquid bronzers. We also have the, what are they called? The Glowy Stamp liquid highlighters and the Vacay Shiner Glowy Lip Balm Oil. Okay, let's unpack these a little bit. I know there are a lot of people that absolutely love the Kosha products, like their little blushes that they have and their, what are they called? I think they're called the Kosha bento boxes, and they're like a little stack of eyeshadows. I know there's people that absolutely love those products. I have a dog hair on my lip. So I'd be interested to see how those people feel about these products. We only have 2 shades, which is a little bit disappointing. We only have a deep bronze with golden shimmer and a bronze with golden shimmer. Only 2 shades. I don't really think that's good enough. And then we also have the 2 highlighters, which are warm bronze and soft gold, which once again, only 2 shades. And then we also have the glowy lip balm. So yeah, I don't know. I definitely will be interested to see what people think of these. They look like they might be a bit of a what are they called? A cushion product with their little like kind of netted like spongy thing with lots of product in it, and you use the little sponge to get some out. Yeah, I don't know. I think that they should definitely expand in terms of the colors. And I don't know. I think this brand uses a lot as kind of an excuse that they are like an Asian type brand. And I don't know if you're stocking this stuff in America, whether you can really entirely use that as an excuse. I mean, I don't think it's an excuse anywhere in the world, but especially if you are pushing your products into a country that has a lot of people with quite deep skin tones. And it's not like the lighter skin tones is not the majority of your audience. I definitely think that you need to be better when it comes to colors and like depths of shade. I mean, there's still people that live in the Asian countries that have really dark skin, so I don't think it's an excuse. But I just definitely think that if they are pushing it into countries that have a lot, like a large audience of deeper skin tones, that they should do better with their colors. I'm missing a lot. Kylie says the magic cream is very nice but very rich. You can get a sample if you place an order. I love a rich cream. My skin is so dry, especially since it's coming into winter now. Carolyn says, why would you want a bronzer in a star or a moon shape? Kaja, the Kaja stuff is so cute. I'm glad we can't get it easily. Oh, that lip balm looks pretty. Let's go back to lip balm. Yeah, it does look quite nice. And it's like an oil. Yeah, it's an oily type lip balm. It does actually look nice on the lips. But yes, I kind of agree with you, Carolyn, with the why would you want it in a star or moon shape? But I think that's very Kaja. Like, I know their blushes come in the shape of a heart with the sponge. Like, it's the same kind of deal, but the blush comes with a heart shape. So I think it's very Kaja-esque, and it's very like their aesthetic and their style of packaging. I think I'm with you. I think it's a bit stupid, but I think it's just part of their like kind of what's the word, gimmicky type packaging, and they're trying to get that like audience with the style. Nay says another matte collection where they have repackaged heaps of stuff and they already done, including the colors in the palette. Yeah. Liquid Last are MAC liners. Okay, thanks for that, Nay. That's good to know. I thought that it was already an existing product. Sally, what slippers do you have? I'm wearing mine now. Okay. I'm actually wearing socks at the moment, which is because I have cold feet. Interesting question. We have a new product from Awake Skin. This is the Pore Appeal Texture and Pore Refining Pads. These are interesting. I'm quite intrigued by these purely because I like the way that these are packaged. I really like products like this, but I'm having like a little bit of a kind of internal struggle at the moment with purchasing these products because I just feel like they're quite wasteful. I know that Dr. Dennis Gross has a product like this, and they are like individually packaged. They're the ones with the 2-step system, and each like towelette is individually packaged in a like foil packet that you have to like rip open, and once you rip it open, it's like done. I just like, I love that product and I think that it's highly effective, but I just think it's really wasteful with the single-use packaging and the single-use towelette. And this, I think, is a little bit better, but like we're still got a plastic container and these little pads are still single-use. So as much as I love products like this, like I'm still having this little internal struggle whether I buy these or not. Oh, actually, these are 100% cotton pads made from biodegradable and recyclable materials. Okay, so this brand has actually gone one step further and they're actually trying. I'm going to check out this brand because I really like that. I think it's a really good idea, the fact that they're made from biodegradable and recyclable materials. I don't think any other brand, I'd have to look into it. I've only just started thinking about this recently, about all these like kind of single-use type products that I use quite often that I really like, but I'm trying to find like a better alternative to them. So I'm going to check out this product and this brand to see if the rest of their product and packagings are recyclable or made from recyclable products, different things like that. Anyway, let's talk about the product actually. So this is a blend of BHAs, amino acids, vitamin B5s, Centella acidica. So it's supposed to retexturize and refine. It's supposed to immediately reduce the appearance of pores, crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles for younger looking skin. So it's a two-sided pad to brighten and smooth for baby soft skin. So the gauze side exfoliates, the quilted side smooth serum all over your skin. You get 30 pads in the container and it's 60 Australian dollars, which is quite expensive for 30 pads. Like that's what, $2 per pad, which is a little bit expensive, but I think that's fairly on par with like the First Aid Beauty ones, and that is cheaper than the Dr. Dennis Gross ones. I do want to say I like these little tweezer things. I think they're kind of cute. And it's good that you are using the tweezers so you don't get your like skin oils into the packet. So I think that's a nice little added touch, including these little tweezers in there. Yeah, I don't know. Kylie says, I've stopped using cotton pads now, just apply my toner and acids with my hands. Took a while to get used to though. Yeah, that's definitely fair enough. I have a set of reusable cotton pads. So anything that I have like toner wise or that I use to take my makeup off, I generally will use like an oil to take my makeup off. But if I am using a makeup remover or like a micellar water or anything like that, I use my reusable cotton pads. And yeah, it's just like products like this that you always just kind of don't think about how it affects the planet and how you go through them really quickly. And the fact that I've kind of trying to use up my samples and stuff, I had a little box of the Dr. Dennis Gross peel pads in there. And every time I use them, I'm like, this is so much wastage. And I know that there's people that religiously buy those things, and you can buy them in, I think you can buy them in like 60, like a set of 60 or 120 or something like that. And there's people that like religiously buy them like over and over again. And just the thought of the amount of wastage that that particular product is making, oh, it just, yeah, upsets me a little bit, especially like Dr. Dennis Gross. I just think brands like that and brands that have a lot of money and make a lot of money should be putting more effort into making sure they're trying to reduce the amount of wastage that their products are creating. moving on. I'll get off my high horse now. But I am going to check out Awake Skincare. I will say I'm going to check out Awake Skincare and see what their like ethos is like and everything like that. Check them out and see. And if I do buy something, I will let you know. Okay. This next product is the new Revolution Pro Luster Highlighter. Now, immediately when I look at this, I think of a number of brands. I think MAC has come out with a highlighter in this shape. The Smashbox Bladder MUA highlighter looks like this. There's heaps of brands that have come out with highlighters in the shapes of flowers. I'm just going to play it. Okay, I just really wanted to see the front of the palette. So this is to go with the collection that we spoke about last week where they had the bronzers and the eyeshadow palettes and everything like that in this like encapsulated glitter packaging. So this is oh gosh, I need to sneeze. Okay, sneezing is done. I don't think you needed to hear me sneeze. It would have burst your eardrums. Okay. Yeah, so this is part of their Revolution Pro collection that we spoke about last week, where it's got the bronzers and the eyeshadow palettes, the quads, and had a few other things. I think it had a BB cream or something in it. So this it looks like it's got, okay, so it comes in 4 colors. So we have rose gold, white gold, golden rose, and pink. The colors actually look really pretty. It doesn't look like we have any swatches though, which is not ideal. Yeah, it looks really nice, actually. I will give them that. It would just depend on the formula, whether it is really, whether it's really chunky or whether it goes on smooth, whether it emphasizes texture. It would just depend on all that. Carolyn says, "Ooh, pretty. When you play the video through, it looks kind of chunky, doesn't it?" Okay, let me play it again. Oh, yeah. Now that you point it out, I can see it. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, it's chunky. It's definitely chunky. Let's see what the other colors. Oh, she's chunky. Maybe it's giving me like Colourpop Super Shock Shadow vibes. Maybe if you didn't build it up as much, it wouldn't be as chunky. It does look like she's really kind of jammed her finger in there and got a lot of product on her. Yeah, even when it's blended out down the bottom here, it does look a bit chunky as well. Now I'm unsure. It does look like it has some thicker glitter particles in there. The packaging looks really nice. The design looks really nice, but this would definitely be something that I would want to test in store before I capture the head to ensure. Oh, okay. No snagging or damaging. Well, at least they've thought about that. They've emphasized in here that it is encased in a stunning gold glittery mirror compact, which has been sealed to ensure no snagging or damaging. So it's good to see that they've actually thought about it. Yeah, it would just depend on how it looks on the skin, and that, like the full build-up when then they're swatching it, it doesn't make it look good. It doesn't make the product look good. It doesn't advertise it very well, does it? It's not a great sales technique. Yeah, I agree. It's nice to see that they're actually swatching the product in a video as well, but it definitely doesn't make the product look good. Okay, next we have a new product from M Cosmetics, and to be honest, I'm a little bit excited about this product. Every time M Cosmetics comes out, I'm like, oh, that's something else I can buy when I finally decide to pick something up from them. So this is their new Flex Brow Clear Brow Gel. So it is a gel-based formula that sets brows in place without feeling wet or stiff. It has a small taper brush that coats from root to tip, giving you quick and precise application. So we also have, there's also going to be a new shade of their Micro Fluff Brow Cream in Dark Espresso. So good to see that they're expanding their shade range. They're also from the 13th of April to the 23rd of April, donating 15% of their brow collection products to Feeding Americans COVID-19 relief. So good to see that they're like donating some portions of their profit. I think this product sounds really good. I'd be interested to give it a try. I know traditionally, I think they've only had colored eyebrow gel products like this. So their Micro Fluff Brow Cream, they only come in colors, not clear products, whereas this is actual like a brow setting gel as opposed to their fluff. I think it's similar to the Benefit, I think it's the Gimme Brow, and I think it has kind of like the hair particles in it to make your brows look fuller. Okay. Now, the next product, when I saw it, I was like, wow, Becca does know how to make new products. So this is a new shimmering, well, not a new product, a new color. So we know Becca's notorious for like re-releasing colors over and over again in different colored packaging and different designs, and for Chinese New Year and whatever else they've done with them. But we actually have a new color by the looks of it. So this is the shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed Highlighter in the color Own Your Light. So this is a limited edition color. It's supposed to be a universal shade that makes your external appearance shine just as beautifully as your inside. It's a warm gold meets ultra fine and bright pigments in peach and pink tones that adapt to the undertones of your skin and thus bring out the natural glow. Your complexion gets a fascinating finish that does not sparkle but radiates naturally. Own Your Light is not only unique, it's very special. What? Oh my gosh. I will give them, it looks nice on the skin, but this whole like carrying on about everything, I don't think it's really necessary. I don't know whether we can't really see if it doesn't really show it all that well, to be honest. I would like to see a bit of an arm swatch just to see how it looks on different skin tones, because this is all like lighting, like the wonders of photography at its best, and this is a lot of like lighting going on here. Kylie says, I wonder if it will be limited edition the same way Champagne Pop is limited edition. Touche. Yeah, that'll be interesting to know. I guess it will depend on how well this sells. It seems to be very dependent for Becca, how well it sells. Depends on the limited edition status. I think because Champagne Pop sold so well, because of everyone, like Jaclyn Hill's following and everything, I think that that's why they kept re-releasing it. I much prefer shimmery highlighters to glittery ones. I have the Jaclyn Hill Flash palette and I love it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I can't really tell, like, these kind of swatches like this and the way that they have it photographed on the skin, it doesn't really tell us much. Like, it doesn't really show us much. If anything, this one here is probably the best. But like I said, it's all lighting. Like, it's all photographic lighting going on, and it's hard to tell what it really looks like on the skin. This really appeals to me. Love a highlighter with a translucent base and love anything peachy. I like this packaging. It's very, what's the word? That's clip art-esque design where you get to like gradiate it between colors, but it kind of still appeals to me. I would like to see more swatches of this. Let me see if we can find some. No, it doesn't look like there's any more swatches of this at the moment. They're still focusing on those liquid ones that they came out with just recently. Yeah. I just don't know how like universal this is as well. Like, I'd be interested to know, and I'd be interested to see someone with really dark skin tone and someone with really light skin tone and see if they both like it. Yeah, I'm intrigued. Do I need it? Definitely not. I have that many highlighters that it could probably last someone a lifetime, the amount of highlighters I have. But I'll look at it. I'll definitely look at it. Whether it's coming to Australia as well. I know Becca is a bit hit and miss with what they bring to Australia. So whether it comes to Australia as well is another thing. Pretty, but I have more highlighters than I will ever be able to use in a lifetime. I hear you there. I am in the same boat. Okay. Next, we have a new collection from Bobbi Brown. So this is the Summer 2020 Flower Moffat collection. So this includes a highlighter, a blush and glow duo. We have some crushed oil infused glosses and long wear cream shadow sticks in duos. Okay. So the highlighter has this beautiful print on the front, and the packaging looks beautiful as well. It's good to see her kind of like correlate and translate them across between the two for once, as opposed to the last eyeshadow palette she brought out. The highlighter is Pink Glow. Now, I have a feeling that Pink Glow may already be a color in her highlighter collection. I'm not quite sure, but I'm almost certain that this is not a new color. Then we have these blush and glow duos in pale pink and petal glow, and fresh melon and magnolia glow. So that's these two here. And once again, I think she's done a good job with the color choices and what the whole collection is about. They're both very like pink garden-esque colors and this like melony type color. I like these. I think they're nice. And then we also have the lip glosses. Sorry, the oil infused glosses. They're pinks. And then we have these double-ended eyeshadow sticks. These colors on this end look the same. Are they the same? Oh, they look like they might be slightly different. I like the idea of these being duo, like double-ended products, particularly when having a full eye crayon it's going to take you years to go through if you are wearing it every single day. Like my Laura Mercier caviar sticks that I have in the minis, one of them takes forever to use up. So having smaller sizes in a duo, I think it's really good. I like having the two colors in there. I'm still unsure about the colors on this end. Yeah, they're nice colors. They're all right colors. I would like to see, once again, a swatch of them to see what the colors actually look like. I think this collection for Bobbi Brown is done well. Previously, collections from Bobbi Brown, I haven't really enjoyed. I thought that they haven't really hit the mark. But I think that this collection is done well, especially considering that the collection is like floral inspired. I think it's a good collection. I think it's done well. It's launching in May. And yeah, I think that she definitely could have come out with like some powder blushes as well. These look like they're creams, both of them, and maybe a cream highlighter. I think that she could have brought out some more products in this collection. But like I said, as a whole, I think it is a good one. Okay. Carolyn says, using my ABH Aurora palette today, purple shade, when in ISO, use your colored highlighters. Yes, that's very true. That's very, very true. Pretty packaging and pressing, don't need it. I haven't done my makeup in weeks, but have been enjoying painting my nails bright colors. I've still been doing makeup like every day because I still have to go to work. So I still do my makeup. I've been doing that too, but in pale. Yeah, I am in desperate need to repaint my nails. My nails are like falling off and chipping. I really need to repaint them. That's my goal for this long weekend, is to repaint my nails. Okay. What else do we have? Okay. Looks like only one more on here, and this is the new collection from Suku. Now, this is their pre-summer collection, which isn't that? Okay, pre-summer, which is like the season before, isn't it? So anyway, pre-summer collection. It looks nice. It looks nice. Don't really have much to say about it. We have like a pinky toned eyeshadow palette. We have a blush here. We have a couple of lipsticks, and then what looks to be some colored mascaras. Don't have any other photo swatches or anything like that. I wouldn't be keen on this eyeshadow palette just because of the pinky colors. The lipsticks looks like nice colors. The blush looks like a nice color, and the mascaras look all right. Yeah, not much else to say about it because we don't really have any swatches or anything. Oh gosh, I have a tickle in my throat. Okay. Felicity says, I'm working from home now and no one I work with is tech savvy enough to get video conferencing going. That's funny. Kylie says, last time I wore makeup was March 15th. I do it just for fun. A couple of those lipsticks, there are my shades. Yeah, they're nice looking lipsticks. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like even when I'm not at work, which is still like every day at the moment, my work is trying to figure out how we can do some work from home stuff and maybe like split shifts. But I am still wearing makeup like on the weekends and stuff just for fun, just to, have a play around and whatnot. Okay. I'm focusing on some intense skincare instead. I'm into my skincare at the moment too. Yeah, that's fair enough. I think as well, if you do wear makeup every day, I think that this is a really good time to give your like skin a good break, because like there's not often that we go for longer periods without wearing makeup. Like, not that we can't or anything, but we always kind of feel obliged to wear makeup. So I think going a longer period without wearing makeup, even if it's just like a full week or a week and a half without wearing makeup, I think it's a good way to give your skin some like a break and just a breather. Now, I have a feeling, I have an inkling that we've already spoken about these, but I can't remember when we did. It may have been a really long time ago. But these are the new Natasha Denona Face Glow Cream Shimmer Sticks. These are cream products in a stick, which is what I just said. They're supposed to be an instant silky light effect, radiance, color finish, sculpting light effects, smooth finish, lychee extract, offering antioxidant hydrating properties. We have 3 shades, which is probably not really enough, but yeah, that's about it. I don't know if we have any oh yeah, we do have some swatches. These actually look really quite nice, I will say. I think for me though, this formula might be a little bit too thick for my liking. I just don't really, I feel like every time I put thick products over my base, it kind of lifts it up. But it very well could be an absolutely beautiful formula. But in these swatches, it does look like it might be a thicker type formula. And that's pretty evident because normally stick type products are a bit thicker just so they can hold their shape. And this color here, the light one, actually looks really nice. I'll give them that. Kylie, makeup descriptions getting more ridiculous, or is it just annoying me more at the moment? I think it's a little bit of both. I definitely think that descriptions of makeup and especially skincare as well, like I read things now, and I think especially because a lot of us are starting to learn how to be really a lot more critical and read through the bullshit. I think it is just a lot more obvious now because we are being more analytical and more critical of what brands are saying. And we're just like, you can't pull the wool over our eyes anymore. I just think some things that they say are absolutely stupid. Like, the most ridiculous things when they describe products and how it's supposed to feel and evoke an emotion. I think that they've been drinking the Kool-Aid from fragrance brands too much. Sometimes when you read the way that fragrance brands describe their products, you're just like, what on earth are you talking about? Okay. Now, we've already spoken about the majority of this stuff. What is this? Okay, we have a new product from Tula Skincare. Never heard of this brand, but this is the Daily Sunscreen Gel Broad Spectrum 30. It's not just sunscreen, it's skincare. Shields from outdoor and indoor elements, protects from sun, blue light, and pollution, adds glow to the skin, won't clog pores, non-codogenic, I always struggle with this word, comedogenic formula, no white cast, no greasy, reef safe. I'm happy to see this reef safe in there, that they've actually thought about that. We have clean ingredients, so prebiotics to help lock in moisture, and strengthen the skin barrier. We've got pineapple and papaya to help promote even skin tone, and wild butterfly ginger root helps protect against blue light. So once again, we are reading and hearing all the the catchwords of the moment. We're reading all the catchwords and all the the gimmicky words at the moment, like blue light and probiotics. I think I said prebiotics, but it's probiotics. Yeah. I don't know. I've never heard of this brand before. I like to see that they have considered things that are really important to people when it comes to sunscreen. So things like white cast, the greasy feeling, the fact that it's won't clog your pores. We've got blue light in there. I don't know. There's not much research. Well, I think they're still researching a lot about blue light. I haven't really seen all that many results or articles or anything like that, papers about the damage of blue light just yet, but I think they are definitely researching it at the moment. So yeah, this sounds all right, but I don't know. In terms of SPF, like broad spectrum 30, it depends where this is made as well, because as most of you ladies in Australia would know, we have quite high quite strict rules about sunscreen and SPF claims. And a lot of the time, sunscreens that are made overseas, when they come to Australia, they're not the same level of SPF. So if this is made overseas, it's probably not going to come into Australia as an SPF 30. Okay. Now, there was... I think we've definitely spoken about the lip products. We have the Powder Pop Flower Bronzers, which are this one, the Powder Pop Flower Highlighter, which is this one, and the Moisture Surge Pop Triple Lip Balm, which are these, and the Moisture Surge Sheer Tint Hydrator Broad Spectrum SPF 25. So this only comes in 7 shades, which is very disappointing. We also have only 1 shade of bronzer and 1 shade of highlighter, which again is very disappointing. I will say I love this floral imprint in the pan, but the collection as a whole, I don't need any of it. And it's very disappointing to see a very limited shade range, especially for something like a base product. Yeah, very disappointing. Clinique, you can do better. Okay, we have some new products from Beauty Blender. So this is the mini blender cleanser. What? A vegan cleanser that removes makeup. Okay, so we have unscented, we have charcoal and lavender. Right, so it just looks like their normal solid cleanser, just in a couple of different scents in a little travel bag. Right. These are the ones that come with those little silicone pads to the textured silicone pad to help get the gunk off your sponge. I have had a lavender scented brush cleanser before, and it did not go well. It did not go well at all. The scent was really strong, and it lingered on my brush hairs, and it was not an enjoyable experience. So when it comes to lavender in my brush shampoos and cleansers and whatnot, I'm very I'm very cautious when I see that now, because the one that I had, it was so strong and I couldn't deal with it. It left a scent on my brushes and it wasn't pleasant to use my brushes on my face after that. Carolyn says it's very Clinique though. Yes, Clinique is notorious for coming out with collections that are very small, like very minimal in terms of shade range. They just don't give a crap about half of the world's population. So yeah, Clinique's very disappointing when it comes to their shade range and everything like that. Just gonna have a look at this one to see if we have an arm swatch. Nope, there's nothing there. I was hoping for an arm swatch. Karen says, I love lavender. Yeah, I know. For me, I've always found lavender very like polarizing. People either love it or hate it. I know lavender can be a product that people have sensitivities to. That's why I'm always quite cautious of using lavender. I personally like lavender as long as it's not really strong. Like if the lavender is way too strong, if the lavender is way too strong, I can't deal. I just use shampoo on my brushes or wipe them on the can. Yeah, I think most of my brushes are dog hair at the moment. When you have Pomeranians, you understand. The dog hair just like gets ingrained in your everything. I have curtains in this room and they are the type of material that just everything seems to grip to them. And it took me probably about half an hour to an hour of like lint rolling. Like I have a little lint scrubber thing going up and down the curtains to get all the dog hair off, because they're just like any dog fur in the air just grips to them. It's just so annoying. I want to love lavender. It was my mum's fave, but I feel it smells sterile or like cleaning products. Yeah, that's fair enough. A lot of cleaning products do have lavender in them. I watched another YouTuber clean her brushes and she combined 1 part oil, avocado oil, with 3 parts dishwashing liquid. Works a treat on the cream-based brushes filled with foundations. I tried. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, because the oil would get rid of, like, it would break down the really thick, creamy type products. That's a really good one. I'll have to give that a try. And it would be, if you have natural hair brushes as well, it'd be a bit gentler on them as well. I always am a bit worried about using really harsh brush cleaners on natural hair brushes, because I just feel like it's going to dry them out and like strip them. And I've made the investment and I don't want to throw them out because that's just wasteful. So I always want to look after them as much as I can. Okay, next we have another collection from BH Cosmetics. This is the Midnight Festival collection. So they're still going with the festival stuff. So we have a Midnight Festival eyeshadow palette. It's a 20 color matte shimmer and pressed glitter eyeshadow palette. We have the Mini Festival So Extra High Shine Lip Gloss Duo. There's a brush set, and we also have a 10. So the brush set comes with 10 pieces and a brush holder. Okay, let's have a closer look at. So this eyeshadow palette, it looks to be this whole line here is the pressed glitters. I'm not overly keen on this color story, and the fact that it has pressed glitters in them. I'm not the biggest fan of buying eyeshadow palettes with pressed glitters in them. So I would probably give this one as a whole a miss because of the fact that it's got so many pressed glitters in it. The brush set, we have 4 face brushes by the looks of it and 6 eyeshadow brushes. I don't like buying brush sets anymore. I feel like I'm at the point where I have that many eyeshadow brushes and face brushes, just makeup brushes in general, that when it comes to buying sets, there's always like a fair amount in the brush set that I don't use. So I prefer to buy single brushes nowadays than sets. And, oh, okay. Some of the lip products don't look the best. I feel like this one here definitely emphasizes the texture on her lips. This one doesn't look too bad. This one seems almost like a little bit patchy, and once again seems to emphasize the texture on her lips a little bit. I don't know about you guys, but when I see lip swatches like this, I don't enjoy it. That's probably just me, but I don't enjoy like lip swatches like this, especially when it's just a close-up on the mouth. Like if you could see her full body or at least her full face, it probably wouldn't be as bad, but I just feel like it's a little bit off-putting when you see a lip swatch with someone's mouth open. Okay. Oil conditions as well. Watch Ellie Leary. I use a couple of drops of my cleansing oil on my foundation brushes and sponges before washing. It really helps. She's more for over 40s though. They look goopy too. Yeah, they do. They look kind of like chunky. I don't want to go back to them. Yeah, this one, it looks a bit chunky and just emphasizes the lines and the texture on her lips. Yeah, this one looks a bit goopy too. Okay, I'm going to close out of it. Okay. Here we have a hella expensive bronzing powder from La Mer. That last lip swatch looks awful. Yeah, some of them don't look great. Don't advertise the product very well. This is a hella expensive product from La Mer. So this is the glow enhancing silky pressed powder that creates the look of glimmering sun-kissed skin. Infused with the brand's nutrient-rich miracle broth, your skin is left looking radiant and sun-warmed. I know La Mer has like this miracle broth thing that they go on about that seems to be in every one of their products. Is their miracle broth in a bronzer really going to do anything to your skin? Is it really going to do all that much to your skin? I just think La Mer is just a little bit, I don't know. Felicity says broth question mark. Yeah, so La Mer have this thing that they always talk about, and they refer to it as their miracle broth. I'm just going on their World of La Mer, that's what we want. I'm just going on their page on another tab just to see if I can find some information about it. I've heard people talk about it before, and I've seen it like in advertising before. I think it's more like, yeah. It sounds like putting chicken stock on your face. Yeah, I agree. Like when I hear people talk about it, I'm like, really? Do you want to be putting that stuff on your face? Where is it? Where is it? Let me see. Best chance. It might be better if I actually go on. Ingredients. Yeah, this is one of their skincare, and it says key ingredients: miracle broth. It's a trademarked thing, but I want to know, like, do they actually infused with cell renewing miracle broth? I just oh, here we go. Cell renewing elixir at the heart of La Mer is formulated with hand harvested sea kelp and pure nutrients and minerals unlocked through a proprietary 3 to 4 month fermentation process. Surging with vital energies, miracle broth helps bring skin back to its healthiest looking center and is infused into every product in the collection. So it's like a proprietary thing that they've come up with. I didn't notice they called it broth before. So gross. Yeah, I don't know why they've called it broth. I guess it kind of makes sense when you hear like what it is, but I think they need to change the name from miracle broth to something else. Because every time I think of broth, I think of like bone broth or chicken stock or something like that. Call it an elixir or serum, not broth. But it is trademarked, so maybe they couldn't call it, maybe they couldn't trademark it with the term elixir or serum. That might be why they've called it broth. Maybe miracle broth was like the only thing that they could like trademark it as, because it is a trademarked formula. So maybe they couldn't. Maybe there was something to do with elixir or serum. Broth equals marketing BS. Yeah, I agree. But like I said, is miracle broth in this highlighter really going to do anything for you? I don't think it is. I don't think having fermented kelp in or fermented seaweed in a bronzer is really going to do anything for you. The Clinique thing is basically a tinted moisturizer, so limited shade range kind of makes sense. Yes, it's tinted moisturizer. I brought the last one, which was only in one shade, self-adjusting as part of the Clinique ID range. Yeah, I understand why brands bring out limited shade ranges in things like a tinted moisturizer or like BB creams or CC creams or stuff like that. But I still you can't use a medium type shade on a really dark skin tone. Like depending on the undertones, it can still pull ashy or something like that on really, really deep skin tones. So I get why they do it. And yes, it is true to an extent that you can use it on a wider range of skin tones, but I still think that there should still be more shade ranges, especially for those people that have really, really deep skin tones. Not even good marketing BS though. It had better do something for the La Mer price tag. Yeah, I know. La Mer is ridiculously expensive. The little pot of face cream that I got in my Becca Beauty loot box, I think it was like a 5 ml sample or something like that. And I think it was a 5 ml sample. It was literally like this big. I think it lasted me about a week. That sample alone was worth nearly $200. Like that's how expensive La Mer is. La Mer, for one of their big jars, I think it's like $700 for the face cream. Like who has that kind of money to be spending on face cream? Someone did a video on shade adjusting things from Clinique. I think it was BuzzFeed, and it was bad even on medium skin tones. Yeah, that's exactly my thing. And I just don't think saying that a product like a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer warrants the blatant disregard for people that have really deep skin tones. Like yes, to a certain extent, you can kind of adjust it and use it on people that maybe have a shade, like maybe 1 or 2 shades darker and 1 or 2 shades lighter than that particular shade. but you can't use a medium skin toned tinted moisturizer on someone that has a really deep skin tone. Yeah, and it pulls really ashy as well. That's the other thing. Like it can pull really ashy. Did $200 face cream make a difference? No, it didn't actually. And I found that it, not that it made my skin worse. I found it really thick. I don't think that I was really the right target audience for it. I found it really thick, and I found the scent like quite strong. I just didn't really enjoy the product. Like it was an all right texture, but in terms of like for my skin, I'm oily skin. So like I said, I don't think I'm the target audience for it. I think people that have probably a lot drier skin are the target audience, and like an older audience. People that can afford to spend $700 on a face cream. But yeah, the scent, I didn't like the scent of it. I just found it too strong. And I also had, what's that other really expensive brand? I got another face cream that was really expensive at the same time, and I didn't like that one either. I found the scent on that one was way too overpowering. I can't remember what the brand was. It's the one that's in the gold packaging. It's at Mecca. It's in the gold packaging, and it almost has like a mirror on top, and it's hella expensive as well. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, that's going to annoy me now. Why isn't that old rich lady cream? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. People that don't spend their money on anything else other than La Mer. I think La Mer like has a really cult Tom Ford. No, it wasn't Tom Ford. It's gonna bug me now, so I'm going to have to go on Mecca and have a look. No, it wasn't Eve Lom either. I can't think of it. Moisturizers. And it wasn't Darphin. I have had one of the Darphin. That's it, a More Pacific. I got one of their samples in the same box, and that sample as well was worth like $200. And once again, it was only like this big, and like it smelled so strong. It was so strong. I'm trying to think of what it was. Not the Moisture Bond. It was. Yeah, I think it was this one. I'll share my screen with you. I'm just going to swap my screens so I can show you guys this one. Yeah, this was the La Mer one that I had. So a 15 ml sample of this little guy, which I think my sample was, 15 ml sample is $125. Like, how insane is that? And yeah, I think this was the one that I had. The smell of it, it's just quite overpowering. Not that it's like an unpleasant smell, it's just really overpowering. And then the other one that I had was, let me find it. Yeah, like $665 for a large size of that cream. That's insane. Okay, let me go to the More Pacific. Is it that one? No. It's the one in the gold pot. I think it was this one, Skin Reserve Cream. Yeah, it was this one. Like $721 for a 50 ml pot. 15 ml sample is $240. That's insane. I've never heard of them. I had that sample too, and it was quite rich. Yeah, that's what I found, that it was quite rich. Charlotte Tilbury sounds pretty cheap now. Hey, it definitely does. Like when you start looking at brands like this and the prices they charge for things, Charlotte Tilbury is like a walk in the park. Years ago, I worked at a pharmacy that sold high-end cosmetics and perfume. We had La Mer, and I never sold any of it. Chanel and Dior skincare used to sell like crazy, but not La Mer. That's interesting. I guess because Chanel, like it has that price tag, that prestige price tag. Let me just jump back to, it has that prestige, whereas, and people know about it, whereas, La Mer, I guess not many people know about it. And I think maybe if people knew about it more, they would maybe buy it more often. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this hashtag beauty quarantine. Especially if she's putting products in there that are for sale. I don't know. Okay. Next, we have some baked bronzers from Kosas. These are supposed to be a moisturizing bronzer baked with shea butter for sculpting, highlighting, giving your skin a pop of that warm, that beautiful golden hour glow radiance finish. It doesn't really make all that much sense. So it's got shea butter, meadow foam oil, and we have a light, medium, and dark. I don't know. What do you guys think about these? The colors, it's nice to see some different undertones in these. Like we've got that like amber kind of undertone in this deeper one. It looks nice. It looks nice. $34. I think you can get Kosas at Mecca Cosmetica. I think there was a Kosas stand in there when I was in there the other day. They have a very, very limited, like very small stand though. Yeah, interesting. They look nice. Yes, I agree. I think they look nice too. And they're a baked product as well. I don't know about this having shea butter in it, what that's really going to do, but be interesting to see. We've got meadow foam oil. I don't know how these ingredients are supposed to work, especially if you're like me and you do like your moisturizer, your primer, your foundation, then your powder, and then you put your bronzer over the top of that. Like, is the meadow oil really going to be helping to lock in moisture and plump your skin's appearance? If I'm just applying it like to my cheeks and my forehead and my double chin, like, is it really going to be doing all that much? Yeah. Once again, this comes down to like the marketing. When you really think about it, like when you read it, you're like, it sounds great. But when you actually think about it in practice, you're like, wait a minute, I only really apply my bronzer to the high points of my face and the places that I want to kind of make it look like the sun's hit. Is it really going to be doing that much in those places? I don't know. Okay. We have another product from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Magic Lip Oil Crystal Elixir. We don't really have much information about this other than just a photo. So we can't really talk all that much about this one. So I guess we'll revisit this one in the future when we actually have some more info about the actual products. We have a collaboration between Revlon and WW84 Wonder Woman. Okay. We have a lot in this collection. So we have a palette, we have some lipsticks, We have some glow pots. We have some shadow sticks, some glaze sticks, a mirror. We have some vinyl lip colors, some hyper matte lip colors, and some nail polishes. There's a lot in this collection, a lot. So this one is mirror. Okay, looks like we don't really have all that much information about them other than these crappy photos taken in a supermarket. Let's go back to the first photo. We might actually be able to see a bit better. So we've got a lot of reds in here, which I guess makes sense because Wonder Woman is basically like red and blue, her outfit. So we've got some red nail polishes. We've got some blue nail polishes. We've got a few reddy, orangey colored lip products. This is the compact mirror by the looks of it, and the glow pot. So not the best photos on this one, but it looks kind of cool. It looks like the collection actually really supports the actual like character, like what she wears and her whole look. It actually kind of matches a bit more than just random colors in packaging that has her logo on it. Yeah, a bit hard to talk about this collection. Okay, and we have, this is a new eyeshadow palette from Viseart. This is the Spritz eyeshadow palette. So is there some swatches? Okay, here we go. I feel like we've already spoken about this palette. Maybe? Because this color here looks familiar. Anyway, we have a mixture of mattes and shimmers. So we've got a $39 eyeshadow palette. Matte shimmer. Yeah, it looks like a fairly decent split of matte and shimmers. I swear we've already spoken about this one. This color here is really nice. This like deep raspberry matte. And this orange is nice. I don't really wear all that many orange eyeshadows though, so I think that this would be kind of useless in my collection. I do think that these little capsule collections from Viseart, if you are wanting to try the formula, I think that they're a really good way to try Viseart without the expense of buying those bigger palettes with the clear lids on them. Those like the makeup artist palettes, because these are only $39, so a lot better priced than those other palettes. I have a few palettes here and there from Viseart, and they're all right. Nothing amazing, like nothing to write home about, but they're all right. Like they're a nice eyeshadow formula, but nothing amazing. I think it's a nice one. I like the look of that Viseart palette. Yeah, it's nice. It's got a good split, I think. My nickname is Fizz, so I kind of want it. That makes sense. I did that the other day. I discovered a lipstick that is called Bettina, and it's actually like spelt the same way and it's pronounced the same way that I spell and pronounce my name. And I was like, should I buy it? And it's like not even a color. It's not even a color that I would probably wear a lot, but just because my name is like, it's not an unusual name, but you don't hear a lot of people with the name Bettina, and the way I spell it, because I have the 2 T's, not many people spell it with the 2 T's, or they will say patina with a P-A, but mine's Bettina. And yeah, there's not many like makeup products that, or anything for that fact, that has my name. So I was like, I should buy it, but I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. What's your favorite eyeshadow formula, Bettina? That's a good question. I really like the Kaleidos makeup formula is a really nice formula. Glaminatrix Cosmetics eyeshadow singles are really nice. What else? I have like some eyeshadows behind me here. I'm still testing out the Melt Cosmetics stuff. I haven't really tested them out completely. I'm trying to think. The Be Perfect palette is quite nice. The one that they did with Stacey Marie, that's quite nice. ABH, I don't mind ABH, but I don't grab for my ABH palettes a lot. But they are a nice formula to work with. I'm trying to think of what else I have in my makeup drawers. And then like Too Faced, I use the Too Faced chocolate, no, not the chocolate bar, the gingerbread palette from not last year, but the year before. I use that a bit for myself. I can't even think about what is in my collection. The, what is it called? The Inglot formula is really nice. I like the Inglot singles. And the, oh my gosh, their name, the Cleona eyeshadows are quite nice as well. I'm trying to think of what else I have. I literally just moved everything and I can't even remember what I have. What are those? Oh, the Dose of Colors. The Dose of Colors formula is beautiful. I have the Marvelous Mauves palette in my Project Pan at the moment, and I love using that eyeshadow palette. It is beautiful. So the Dose of Colors formula I really like as well, especially their mattes. Their mattes are beautiful and creamy and blendable. They're really nice. Okay. Let's check out some indie brands. Yeah, I definitely recommend Dose of Colors. And if you wait until a sale, I think at Black Friday, they usually do like 40 or 45% off. That's when I brought a few things from Dose of Colors. And yeah, the price definitely comes down quite a lot if you wait until a sale. And they generally have pretty good sales every now and then throughout the year. And like I said, I think it was like 40% off that I got my Dose of Color stuff at. And their palettes are really small. So if you want to like throw them in your makeup bag or take them away with you, they're really small and nice and compact. I did that with Colourpop Felicity highlighter, but I hate it. I think that would be the same if I brought this this lipstick. I think that would be the same. I think I would absolutely hate it. Okay. Now, there's a few new bits and pieces from some indie brands. Okay, let's have a look at this one. So this is from V Cosmetics, and it is the new So Long and Good Night palette. Okay. Why? This one has 3 blacks in it. I don't know why we need 3 blacks in a palette. This one at the bottom definitely looks like it has some form of shimmer or glitter in it. I don't know about these two. They look quite similar. I'm trying to see if I can notice any like difference in the formula. This is a very bad photo of this palette. It's not doing it anything. I don't like this palette based on just this photo here. I don't know why I need 3 blacks in a palette. I'm imagining that one of these might be a shimmer and one might be a matte. And then we have one with like glitter in it. I don't know why I need 3 blacks in a palette. It's really not doing it for me. I'm interested. I'm intrigued why that's what everyone is saying. Why they have the 3 blacks in the palette. Okay. One's a glitter, one's a shimmer, one's a matte. Okay, that's good to know. Let me just see if they have any swatches of the palette on their page. No. I would still like to see them swatched because it's not really doing it any justice. And I don't really wear that much black eyeshadow. So I wouldn't get much use out of this palette. I would probably use the matte a little bit, but the other two, like I don't really like shimmery black mattes. Sorry, shimmery blacks and black glitter. So I would probably only use the black matte out of this whole palette. And the other ones, I don't know. Is this one looks like a pressed glitter? Potentially. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I definitely would like to see some swatches first as well before I make my final judgment. Okay. These are some new launches from Kristen Lee Cosmetics. This is the new Spring Fever collection. These look beautiful. I like these. There's a few, like this color Wisteria. I probably wouldn't use that. This one I probably wouldn't use all that much, but these lighter ones look really pretty. Dewdrops is beautiful, but I think I already have that one a few times in other different formulas. There's some really pretty colors in this collection, like Azalea, Bloom, Harmony, oof, Lemonade. There's some pretty colors in this collection. Even Primrose is nice. They look pretty. Kristen Lee can be a little bit expensive for shipping to Australia, which is the only problem. And then when you convert them to Australian dollars, like the price of the product, they can work out to be a little bit more expensive as well. Okay, so this is eyeshadow collection. That's what it says right there. Okay, what else do we have? We have a new blush shade from Alamar Cosmetics. I haven't tried anything from Alamar Cosmetics, but everything that I've heard about them, I've heard people say really good things about them. And this blush color, I think I said eyeshadow color. This is a blush color. Looks really nice, actually. It looks like a really nice, natural, like everyday blush color. She looks nice. I don't know whether Alamar ships to Australia or anything like that as well. I've never really gone out of my way to investigate the brand, but I've always heard really good things about them. Next, we have a new palette coming out from Clarity Cosmetics. And this is the Juicy Peach palette. We only have the front cover of the palette at the moment. We can only see the front cover of the palette at the moment. No idea of what the shades are inside, but I imagine there's probably going to be a lot of peaches in this palette. So we will wait and see what the eyeshadows look like on the inside. And we have a new palette from Lucidity Cosmetics. This is the Mariposa Avenue collection. I like this palette to a certain extent, but there's definitely some colors in here that look quite light and don't really have the greatest intensity to the colors. But overall, it does look like quite a nice range of colors that could work well together. There's what appears to be some pressed glitters in there as well. Not the greatest fan of pressed glitters, as I've said previously. I don't know. This formula looks like you can see a little bit of skin peeking through some of these eyeshadow swatches. So I don't know. I haven't heard much about this brand. I would definitely want to see some reviews and some swatches of this palette before I think about buying. Let's see if they have some information on their website. I wish indie brands. This is one thing that I would like to see from indie brands. When you go to their Instagram page, I wish that they would say, like, in their bio where they are. Like, I would just wish that they would say, like, Australian-owned indie brand or based in Australia or whatever. Like, just in their little bio, I wish that they would, a lot more of them would say where they are, like where they're based. Just so you can quickly see like that they're an American indie brand or they're an Australian indie brand. I really appreciate when indie brands just put like right there in their bio where they're made. Juicy Peach could be very pretty. Yes, I'm interested to see what's inside that palette. And I still enjoy my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I never picked that one up, actually. Never picked it up. We have a new empty palette from Terra Moon Cosmetics. That's about it. That's all we can say. It's supposed to fit 16 26 millimeter eyeshadows. So I like this design. I think it's very pretty. But it's just an empty palette. Just an empty palette. We have a sneak peek from Enchanted Luster Cosmetics, and Enchanted Luster are based in Melbourne, Australia. So this is the Dragon Prism Palette 2, which is in the works. Now this looks pretty. That's all we have so far. So we'll wait and see what is coming out, what's in store for this Dragon Prism 2 palette. I'm interested. The Enchanted Luster Prism formula is very interesting. I have some very interesting shades in the Prism formula. I got their, I can't even remember what it's called. I can't even remember what the palette was called. I got one of their palettes, the one that they launched, like their last palette that they launched. And there's some interesting formulas in there. Some of the shades are a bit hit and miss. I think some of the shades in my palette have kind of hit hard pan, but some of them in there are like really interesting colors, very pretty colors. But like I said, there's others in there that are just kind of duds. And sometimes you can get that with indie brands, especially when they're hand pressing them. They can be a little bit hit and miss with the formula when they're hand pressed sometimes. But this color looks interesting. It looks like it's like a bit of an aqua blue with some purple tones in there. I'm interested. Next we have, these look nice. These look really nice. So these are the new unicorn pastel liners from Beauty Bar Baby. I don't really like the name of this brand. I find it really not enjoyable to say. Beauty Bar Baby. These are interesting. So these are cake liners. They are water activated and looks like they are UV as well. This person is saying something very interesting. Right, okay. This person is commenting and saying that there are a lot of indie brands coming out with this kind of product at the same time, which is interesting. I really enjoy cake liners. To me, they just last a little bit longer because they are like a solid product that you just activate when you're ready to use it. Or you can like depot a little bit and put it on a magnetic palette and then activate it that way. That's generally how I use them. Like I dig a little bit out and then I activate it on a metal palette. Or if you're using it on yourself, you can just activate it in the pot in just like a little corner, and then it just dries when the like water has evaporated. So I like cake liners. I use mine quite a lot. I have like the entire range of the Suku Beauty cake liners, and they don't have the best range of pastels. So I don't think they actually have any pastels in their cake liner range. So I would definitely be interested in checking these out. It would just depend on how much Beauty Bar Baby charges for shipping. But there are some nice colors in there, and it's cool that they are UV activated too, in case you're out in the clubs dancing up a storm, your liner can glow. Next, we have some new products from Playing in Makeup by Yolando. Looks like potentially some eyeshadows or some loose pigments. So we will stay tuned for that. And I think we may have reached the finish. Okay. For once, there is no new releases that have come out while we've been talking. Okay, let me stop sharing my screen. You can have my full face. And that is it. Now is your chance to ask any questions or have a chit chat while we are still here before we jump off. Yeah, like I said, if you have any questions or if you want to, I don't know, tell me how you're going, you can let me know in the comments. Like I said at the start, I'm like on a roller coaster at the moment with all this, everything that's going on. I have been trying to stay positive and, you know, keep my mind off all that. I kind of made a conscious decision to stop watching the news. I only watch the news like maybe once or twice a week now because it just was getting too much. So I only like watch the news, or I'll check in on like the health website to see if anything's changed. Or I just asked my friend that works in health what's changed and try and, yeah, keep my mind off it, because otherwise it it gets too much, just too much. Beauty Bar Baby also makes those colorful flakies. Oh, yes. I know the one that you're talking about. You have a severed head in your studio. This is Melissa. This is my hair mannequin. So for my makeup course, we have to do some hair stuff. So I have her to practice my hair stuff on and torture with my horrible hairdressing skills. So yeah, she has nowhere else to sit, so she's just sitting up there. I thought you guys might like it. If you don't, I can move her like down to somewhere where you can't see her, but I thought it was kind of funny putting her up there. I've been really up and down too, trying to stay positive. Yeah, I think we're all kind of like that. Following the news is depressing. Yeah, I used to, for those of you that don't know, I am kind of a big fan of reality TV. So I used to watch MAFS before it finished. And then like in the middle of MAFS, it was like the peak of when the government was like deciding what to do and starting to introduce the lockdowns and everything. And halfway through the show, they would like interrupt it with the breaking press conference that ScoMo was doing. And then after that, there was always like a 60-minute special on it. And I would always like stay up late and watch it all. And then I was like, I can't keep doing this. One, I wasn't getting to bed until like 10 or 11 o'clock because I was watching it. And two, I was just like, this is madness. Like everything that was going on and everything they were talking about, I was like, I need to stop watching this. So I decided that I need to stop watching the news. I have some people at work that still watch it, so they just like let me know what's going on. I'm like, I just need to know where I can't go, where I need to go, and that's it. I don't want to know about what's going on and how long it's going to be going on for and everything like that. Yeah. But I definitely understand if any of you are struggling like with, and if you're up and down like the rest of us, definitely understand. I think we're all in the same space. Like we're just trying to stay positive, take it one day at a time, and just do what you got to do. And like if doing hairdressing, I don't know, if rearranging your house, or if doing nothing, if watching Netflix, if taking your dog for a walk, if going outside and laying in the grass makes you feel better, do that. Like, do whatever makes you feel better. Unless you don't have a backyard, then don't do that. I know in Australia, like, we can still go for walks, and like, you can still take your family for like an outing, like not an outing, but like you can still go outside for exercise. And if you need to take your dogs for a walk, you can still do that in Australia. So if you need to, you do that. But don't be stupid and like go to the beach or go shopping or anything like that. Just do the essentials, do what you need to do in your home to stay mentally well. Bondi Beach is all taped off, but they still go jump the tape. Yeah, I know. I saw that on the news the other day, and I saw someone at the Gold Coast did the same thing. Like, he jumped the tape at Surfers Paradise and just like went for a jog on the beach, and there was some lady sunbaking. Like, just don't do that. Like, do what you need to do to stay healthy, but also keep other people healthy as well. I've got 2 kids, so I'm getting ready to homeschool. Oh, Fiona, I feel for you. Some of the people at my work, they're talking about what they're going to do, and my work's like talking about what we can do for them once school like is supposed to go back. But I know a lot of schools are not going to be reopening, so yeah, we're trying to figure out what we can do for everyone. Having little kids at home now would be very difficult. Yeah, this is like the one time. Well, not the one time, but this is like confirming for me. I'm like, thank God I don't have kids right now. Much to my mum and dad's disgust for not having grandkids running around, but thank God I don't have kids right now. I don't think I would be able to stay mentally sane if I had kids running around right now. So for those of you that do have kids running around, or you need to like homeschool or anything like that, like, I take my hat off to you. You guys are legends. You guys are like keeping the world going at the moment by keeping those kids educated. But yeah, I don't know how you guys are going to do it. If you need someone to like talk to or vent to, you can well and truly, I'm happy for you to like send me an email or DM me on Instagram. I will not judge you if you like vent to me about how frustrated your kids are. I definitely will not judge you at all, because I can understand. That's why I don't have kids right now. Yeah, that's it. And I'm still like, I don't know, this is new. This like whole room is new. Let me know, is it like a bit echoey for you guys with the audio? Because I'm not quite sure. I haven't tried sitting down to film a video in here yet, so I'm not quite sure what my camera microphone is going to be like. So if it is at all echoey in my like coming videos where you see this as a background, please let me know in the comments, and I will like have a play around with I'll have a play around with audio. But like I said at the start, I think I might have to get like a rug or something like that. So yeah, that might stop the echoing. I have plenty of time to do stuff for me, but I'm too busy keeping them entertained. Yeah, I can understand, especially if they're like younger kids. Like, at least the older kids, you can just kind of plonk them at a desk or at the table with a laptop and just say like, do your schoolwork. Whereas little kids, you definitely have to entertain them, and you've got to keep them active. And one of my friends has like 2 little boys under 5, and I know she's kind of going a little bit insane. She's like, yeah, do what you want at the moment. She's like, you want to run around with no clothes on? You do that. If that keeps you entertained, then just do that and stay away from me at the moment. No allergies in this room. Well, not at the moment. We did do like a massive like clean. This used to be our bedroom. So yesterday I made my husband move like all the furniture in the house, much to his disgust. I was like, hey, can we rearrange the whole house? So we moved our bedroom into the room that's like behind this wall, and then we moved my filming stuff from the really tiny room into this room. So yeah, we did a massive clean of the house yesterday, and did like a big dust and everything. It's you don't realize how quickly dust builds up until you actually like move everything out of a room and do like a complete clean. So I think that's why I'm good in this room, because it has recently been cleaned and dusted. And like I said, my curtains have been Pomeranian dog furred. So there's not as much Pomeranian fur floating in the air. My dogs, their fur gets everywhere. Okay. Yeah, so this backdrop, you'll probably see it change over the coming weeks, because I'm not quite sure whether I entirely like how it's laid out at the moment, or whether I'm going to change it, what I'm going to do with it. So yeah, it'll probably be changing a little bit here and there over the coming weeks. And yeah, I was going to put a plant here, but I think I might move the shelf like right into that wall, because I don't know. I was going to put a plant here, but it might die. And I don't want you guys to judge me for my terrible plant keeping skills. Anyway, I think I might go, because we've clocked over to 2 hours now, everyone. So it's probably time to jump off, and I will let you all go and enjoy your Easter Sunday. I hope the Easter Bunny brought you lots of chocolates, and at least today, I don't know if you guys know this, but calories don't count on Easter Sunday. I have to head off, guys. Nice chatting with you again. Hope to see you all next week. Goodbye, Kylie. I will see you next week. Yeah, you move the shelf, I reckon. Yeah, I think I will move it into the wall, and that way I can maybe shift myself across closer to this wall a little bit, and it won't look so off camera. But because I'm using a webcam, it does kind of like warp it looks different on my actual camera lens as opposed to the webcam. It changes like the scale, like the picture size is different. Enjoy the rest of your break, everyone. Goodbye, Carolyn. Oh, I will let you guys know. I think I've figured out a way that we can like play some games online. So more like kind of trivia type games. So if you guys think that would be fun, and if you would like me to do that, let me know in the comments, and maybe I can do it like a Friday night. I found like a game that you guys can play with me. So, and all you need is your mobile phone, and I could just like stream it. So if that sounds fun, then let me know, and I can maybe organize a time, see what time would work best for you guys, and we can play some like trivia type games. They're like trivia interactive type games. And like I said, all you guys need is your mobile phone, and you can participate with me that way. But I think it might be fun. And especially if, like, you know, we can't go out and have like a drink or a beer with our friends. So maybe we can do it on the live stream one, I don't know, Friday night, Saturday night, something like that. Okay, I've said about 4 times that I'm going to go. I'm going to actually go now. And like I said, I hope you guys are looking after yourself. If you need to, my email address is always in the description box of all my videos. So if you need to email me, if you need someone to talk to, if you need to reach out, my email address is in my description box. And you can also like DM me on Instagram if you need someone to talk to, or you need someone to vent about. If you need someone to vent to, if you just need someone to chat to and talk about how you're feeling, by all means, you can DM me on Instagram. And yeah, that's it. I will be here next Sunday at 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time for these live streams again. And like I said, I might try and figure out some night during the week, some time to do that like game show thing that we can do, and we can have fun and play some games that way. So I will let you guys know on Instagram if I'm going to do it, and I'll also post on my community tab. So if you want to know that information, just check in on my community tab. And if in your subscription feed you mark the option of, I think it's videos and posts, you will see all my community tab information come up in your subscription feed. So anytime I post on my community tab, if you have that option of videos and posts, you'll see everyone's community tab as well as their videos. So yeah. What else was I going to say? Look after yourself, stay kind, be nice to each other. Have a great day, have a great weekend, have a great week, and I will see you sometime during the week. Goodbye, everyone.